Hi everybody, it's Dr. Magnifico from Jarrettsville Veterinary Center and Pawbly.com. It is a beautiful morning at my house. I have my dogs. We're hanging out on the porch because it's hot in the sun, but it's cool here in the shade. And I'm starting to post data on some of the cases, so retrospective data on some of the cases that I have seen, because I have owned my practice for 20 years now. I'm coming up on 20 years. It's been 20 years of saying, hey, what if I built a practice that never offered economic euthanasia? What if I offered a practice that I gave everybody a chance? I followed best practice medicine, and I never made the price point be influential in my decision-making process. Is it possible? Well, lucky me, I went to a federal academy for college. I had vet school paid for by the time I started, and I knew pretty early on that I had to own my own practice. So that's what I did. I bought my own practice right out of vet school. I had an amazing mentor. I never lived beyond my means. I only purchased equipment that I could justifiably pass a reasonable price on to my clients. And I built this ethos with like-minded people, which really was pretty easy to find. And we just made a commitment to help every patient as if they were our own and to never let the economics influence the decision-making process. Now, that's not to say that I don't believe in euthanasia, because some things are not treatable and I don't think that anybody should suffer. So there's certainly euthanasia that goes on in our practice, but we don't let the price point dictate the options that we give people. We are now going back and looking at our cases. So we're doing retrospective studies. I'm going to start with blocked cats because overwhelmingly blocked cats are young, otherwise healthy, indoor only males who are 3 to 5 years old. There are some outliers for that too. And once you unblock them, they can go on to live decades. So it really is about an immediate emergent need. The other thing is that some of these guys block, we unblock them, we keep them in IV fluids, and then they'll reblock. So if they end up at the ER with an exorbitant price point, which is somewhere between $2,000 and $4,000 or even up from there, we know they're going to potentially reblock soon down the road. And I see a lot of these guys when they're at the ER and they can't afford anything. They've been to the ER once and they've exhausted their $2,500 and they don't have another $2,500 again, and the ER is not going to help them. And we see them. So I'm going back. I have about 100 cases of blocked cats over the last 5 years. We're going back to see how many of those cats died within our care. It's really about this much. And then we're looking at average lifespans. And I'm also going back and looking at how did they present? How sick were they? Because one of the other excuses that we use is the kidneys are in really bad shape. Well, of course they're in really bad shape. It's called pre-renal azotemia or post-renal azotemia. They have been blocked, so their kidneys have been stressed. So I'm going to put all those numbers and all that data together, and it is going to prove my point that if we take economics out of the equation, we can save most of these patients, even if it's out of the box, even if it's conservative, even if it's minimum database. So let's go back to practicing medicine that puts our patients first. All right, I'll keep you posted. Take care.